Because if I truly was doing something wrong, guys.
Now see, that don't make no kind of sense. If I was doing something wrong, I wouldn't be here. Oh really? That's your proof? That's your big argument. Like, you know I didn't do it because I'm still here. Okay, so what? Hitler said that too. If I was doing something wrong, I wouldn't be here. That's supposed to be evidence. Like, I didn't go to jail yet, so clearly I'm innocent. Girl, please. Oh, don't worry. Just hold tight. It's coming. Oh yes, it's coming. Hey y'all, it's your girl. And before we get into it, hit that like button, subscribe, share the video, and slide into those comments. Let me know what you think about this mess, because today we're doing something a little different. I want you to take it back to when you were a little kid, when you thought you were grown but didn't know anything. Remember? When you did something wrong, like broke something in the house, and you knew your mom was going to be furious when she found out. And what did you do? You panicked. You had a little light bulb moment and thought, wait, I'll just say I didn't do it. Boom. That was the first time you told a lie. And in that moment, you thought you invented lying, like no one else in human history ever came up with it before you. That's what this is giving. That same energy that I just realized I could say I didn't do it. Energy. Now let's talk about this sit-down, this little heart-to-heart between Tiffany and what used to be her BFF, Keith Freeman, who she now probably can't stand, but they sitting down talking, having a little moment, and listen, Tiffany, she's got a talent, I'll give her that. She is very good at lying straight to your face while making you feel like you're the one that's confused. That's her real superpower. That's how she got where she is. She'll look at the whole town and say, I'm giving out my phone number. If you need anything, just call me. And the way she says it, like she's talking to you personally, one-on-one, like she's going to drop everything and come solve your problems herself. Even though logically it makes zero sense. She can't help everybody. She knows it. We know it. But the way she says it, you believe her. And that's how people got fooled. That's how it happened. Now I want you to really engage your brain as we go through this. Every time you hear something that makes you go, well, maybe she was trying. Shut it down. That's how they get you. Keep telling yourself, it's a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie. Today's video is a training session to help y'all stop being so gullible. Expect the lie. Assume it's a lie, and you'll be fine. That's what we're doing today. So Tiffany's about to tell us all about the good works she's doing. Right in time for the holidays. You ready? Kay, take it away, Tiffany. Tell us about how much you care. As your mayor, I will never let you struggle alone. Some people just feel ashamed or embarrassed to say, hey, I really can't pay my light bill or my gas bill. Another thing I do as your supervisor is I help with light, gas, and water bills. So if there's anybody struggling with any of those items, please reach out. People don't even know the township has resources like that. They don't know to come to us when they're struggling in the village. Forget it. But now, for the village, we created a grant, a $1,500 grant for anybody behind on their water bill. That's still in place. Y'all know I've been banging on my board, fighting to get things done. They don't want to move on certain things, but I did it. I put it in motion. So apparently there's this $1,500 grant. But wait, is that $1,500 each or $1,500 total? Like, is everybody getting a full check? Or are we passing around quarters and hoping it adds up? That math ain't mathing, but okay. Would be super helpful if she'd just say it outright. But of course not. She'd leave you to assume the most generous, helpful version possible. She's not clarifying because she wants you to fill in the blanks with hope. Classic. She's out here saying, oh, we're giving you this grant to help you get back on track. And somehow it all turns into a financial win for the village. Like it's this perfect loop. You win, the city wins, and Chicago gets paid. Look at that. It's a full-circle fairy tale. A circle made of vague promises and weird logic. So then she pivots. Oh. She loves a pivot and starts talking about a few things like the ice arena. If y'all haven't driven down Greenwood lately, she insists you do so on your way home. You'll see all the amazing things she built. Not we, not us. She. The arena, the basketball courts, all of it. And she says summer. Went great, no fights, no shootings. Everything was peaceful and cute. Now she's saying she needs help from the board because she can't do it all herself, but also she can. Because she's a strong woman. You know how we are. We're strong. Strong, single, independent women. But please help me. I'm exhausted. Girl, what? She's roping the crowd in, talking about shared strength like y'all all building ice rinks with her. And let's be real. When she says we, she just means her. She really means I built this for my daughter and I just need the rest of you to validate it. And all of it. Every single project, it ain't community work. It's ego in heels. It's ego in heels. It's branding, not service. She goes on to brag about all these grants she's supposedly gotten. Says ever since she got the supervisor title, the floodgates opened. Grant after grant after grant. All for Dalton. But here's the kicker. The board didn't approve the $600,000 grant that would have gone toward building a water park on Greenwood, so she's like, we're not getting it anymore. Just wanted to let y'all know. Thanks, board. Like it's all their fault. And then she tells people they can go look it up for themselves. It's all on YouTube. She says, ma'am, do you know how wild that is? You're telling people to go dig through hours of boring archived meetings to find a detail you probably just made up on the spot. That's not proof. That's a wild goose chase with a side of manipulation. Then she flips again, talks about how all the positive stuff happening never gets covered in the media. Other towns get Channel 7 shoutouts and newspaper features. But here, in her words, they paint us and our black community in a bad light. Girl, don't do that. Don't hide behind the community when the criticism is about you. And then? Oh, here it comes. She says what she needs is for people to educate themselves. In other words, y'all too dumb to understand what I'm doing, so now we're stupid. She follows that up with the most unhinged logic of all. If I was really doing something wrong, I wouldn't be here. What? That's not how wrong works. That's not how anything works. That's the same logic criminals use right before. They get cuffed. Like, if I was guilty, I wouldn't still be out here. Right, girl? The jail bus just hasn't arrived yet. What do you even mean? I'm still here is not evidence of innocence. R. Kelly was still here too. Until he wasn't. Your presence doesn't prove your purity. It just means you ain't caught yet. And then she throws in that she'd never do anything wrong because she's a single mom and wouldn't risk being away from her daughter. Girl, stop. You know how many single moms are caught shoplifting daily? Because they tried to get baby formula or pay a light bill. Struggling parents are exactly the ones who end up making desperate choices. People commit crimes not because they think they're going to get caught, but because they don't think they will. That's the whole flaw in the plan. Honestly, if I ever did anything illegal, I'd get caught immediately. I just know it. First offense, first time. Boom. Booked. That's how the universe teaches lessons. That's how it works. Most folks don't get caught on the first try. But when you do, you remember. You adjust. You sit your behind down. And humble yourself, but not her. Oh no. She's still up there preaching, like just being in the seat makes her right. Like her title is the proof. It takes a lot to sit in this seat, she says. Yes, girl, especially when you're dragging the whole village down with you. You know, being a politician, that's the sad part. People don't really understand. What you give up, your rights, your freedom, your privacy. Just your basic human existence gets thrown out the window. But she wants everyone to know we're all human. We bleed, we cry, we hurt. Even when we're being shady and self-important. We still hurt, okay? Now she's saying what she really needs is for everyone to just come together, band together, get information, because we are entering a new season, y'all. New era. Fresh start. And she's really out here trying to bridge the gap. Not just in Dalton, but across the board. Neighboring communities, too, especially Dixmoor. Because apparently, Dixmoor has been out here struggling to keep water running. Pipes busted, infrastructure failing. She says she's been out there with truckloads of water, like Shafima or something, pulling up with cases of Aquafina and a prayer. She even sent Public Works from Dalton to help Dixmoor fix their pipes, which look great if true, but also, how is Dalton barely keeping it together and still somehow sponsoring other towns like it's a charity? Make it make sense. Anyway, these are the connections she says we need more of. These are the relationships we don't have enough of. So basically, she's saying, pick up the phone, knock on doors, spread the word. Let folks know how busy and important we are over here. Got it. Then she calls Keith up. Listen, Keith comes up there looking like he just got out of Goof Troop. Boot camp, real silly energy. Goof Troop, level 9. Bless his heart. He gets up there and says, can I sit? I don't like standing in front of people. Sir, it's a public meeting. You knew this was coming, so apparently it's going to snow tomorrow, starting at 1 p.m. And Keith wants to remind folks about snow routes. Which side of the street you're supposed to park on. Don't get towed if you've got a driveway. Use it. If you don't, read the signs. And if you still can't figure it out, he straight up gives out his cell phone number and says you can call him. Like, what? So let me get this straight. You're driving home, it's snowing. You can't figure out if you're on the correct side of the street, so you're supposed to just pull over and call Keith. And somehow hearing it from him on the phone is going to make more sense than just saying it now during the meeting. Like, sir, if folks can't understand what you're explaining now, they're not going to get it from a 60-second call in the middle of a snowstorm. But this is what they do. They love pretending to be accessible. That's the real show. The here's my number, you can call me act. That I'm for the people's speech, ma single quotes am. Stop pretending to be accessible when we all know it's performative. You ain't answering no calls on a Friday night about parking signs, and don't even get me started on Tiffany. If it's happening in Dalton and she had anything to do with it, her face is going to be on it. Like nothing goes up without her face. Flyers, banners, benches, probably the snowplows too. This snow removal brought to you by Mayor Tiffany. You just know she gets mad if something goes up and doesn't have her photo. Can we print it again, but this time with me looking to the left, my good side? Now she jumps back in and starts complaining about board meetings. Apparently, people are blocking money, and she's like, how am I supposed to help you if y'all won't let me spend money? She's out here trying to buy gifts, pay the mortgage, you know, like everyone else during the holidays. And she wants to help, but people at the board table are stopping her. That's the kind of battle she's dealing with. That's the struggle. And then, of course, she slides right into campaign mode. Reminds everyone that February 28th is coming, and that's your big chance to change the board. Her exact words, you can change the board members up here in Dalton. She says Andrew Holmes is the only one who ever really supported her. The only one who rocked with her, stood beside her, did the will of the people. And look, she's not lying about that. Andrew Holmes, she said the sky was lime green, he'd be right behind her yelling, yes it is, it's lime green. Tiffany said it. That's what it is. You say it's blue. He's offended. Don't insult her intelligence like that. He's that guy. He's loyal to the soil. He'll back her up, even if the house is on fire and she's holding the sun. Match, so yeah, she appreciates him. But she's clear she needs more than just Andrew. She needs 2 more solid board members to really make a dent in Dalton. Because apparently, in her mind, her and Andrew are doing an amazing job. She's like, we're killing it, but we need backup. You know what's really funny? What she actually needs, like what she's really asking for, is somebody who just agrees with everything she says. Not some of it. All of it. Like, under no circumstances are you allowed to disagree. Not one. There's no room for discussion, no space for pushback. You're not supposed to think, just nod. That's the kind of help she's talking about. That's what she needs. Just some yes men with city pins and no backbone. Now, she starts talking about how we're seeing more resources and more things happening. Because she believes in spending tax dollars in your own backyard. Like that's her slogan or something? Ma'am, she says she doesn't like that we have to go out of town, like to Orland or wherever, to see progress. Like it hurts her that we have to leave to experience nice things. And she's like, we can build the same things here that y'all see over there. Yeah, but here's the problem. It's you blocking the building. That's the issue. It's like she's standing in front of the gate with this shipment of nice things rolling up, and she's like, no, turn around. We don't want that here. And then turns around and says, see? We ain't got nothing nice around here. Course we don't. You won't let us. It's you. Like, just imagine being the person who denies everyone a business license. Tells developers no, refuses liquor licenses, turns everything away, and then gets up and says, we don't have any new things. Girl, you are the reason. You the one closing the door. You the one cutting the ribbon on cancellations. And now that you got this stack of cash from all these jobs y'all were wild enough to give her, she gets to travel. She gets to go see stuff. Fly over here, go over there, do luxury shopping in other people's zip codes. But don't worry, she's thinking about you, while she shops for what she won't let you build. Supermayor in her black dress and them. Black stockings, y'all. No, that outfit, it's a no. That's not one of the situations where that combo makes sense. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be shady, but, actually, yes, I am. It just wasn't it. It wasn't the one. And let's talk about the lying. 'Cause some of y'all didn't invent lying, but you sure got good at it. Let me tell you something. When you lie, expect to feel embarrassed. That's what keeps people honest. That little burn in your cheeks when you get caught. But Tiffany, shameless. There's no shame in her game. No blush. No apology. She just hits you with that Jedi mind trick like, nope, that's not what I said. Even though we got receipts, video, audio, screenshot, timestamp, she'll make you feel like you imagined it. That's her move. That's her entire game. Lie bold, deny harder, and gaslight the whole room. That's Tiffany, and if you catch her, doesn't matter. She's not sorry. She'll spin it like you misunderstood, like you misheard, like the problem is you and your little facts. That's the vibe.